Hey guys, what's up? Scotch Duck here, once again. Right, it's really hot today, so I guess that's why I feel obligated to wear a t-shirt like this, but fuck that the new because collection update time, and I actually have quite a bit to show off this time, if I do say so myself. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Starting off now. I saw this on Amazon, right, and I kind of just like ordered it immediately without really looking into it that much, and it's this. This is a Sega Siren controller from Retrobit, and I think it's like officially licensed with Sega. It's got their seal of quality on it. And I think I initially just like pre-ordered it as soon as I saw it, because I thought it was one of those like wireless controllers that Retrobit was coming out of. That was Retrobit, right? They're the ones that are making like that wireless Saturn controller and the wireless Dreamcast controller. I'm not having a brain fart here, am I? I probably am. But I found out it was wired, but I thought, oh fuck it, I'll just have it, because I could always use another Sega Saturn controller, and it's really nice as well. So that's pretty cool. And next up I have Time Splitters 2, PS2. Now I actually already own this for the original Xbox, but this is such a big game of when I was younger, and I played it initially on the PS2. I kind of picked up the Xbox version years ago after I sold my original copy of Time Splitters 2 on the PS2. But yeah, wonderful game. I replayed through it recently. Really holds up. Excellent game. One of my favourites. I also played through Time Splitters Future Perfect. Still really good, but I think this one's better. Never played the first one. I heard that one's a bit iffy. I don't know, but I'll have to play it at some point. But yeah, Time Splitters 2. Next up I actually think I'm going to play this tonight to see what it's all about. But this is Macken X for the Dreamcast. Now, you just look at that cover, right, and it just screams Shin Megami Tensei, and sure enough it is. It's from Atlas, and I imagine the same folks, and I don't know anything about this game. I kind of just saw it and I thought, let's check this out, shall we? And yeah, I think it's like a first-person dungeon crawler game. I don't think it's an RPG. There you go. First-person sword combat. Multiple endings awarded to players depending on the characters they choose to possess, and an engaging storyline all combined to deliver the most unique action-adventure for Sega's Dreamcast. I don't fucking know. I'll play this tonight, and I'll see what's what. So yeah, Macken X. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Okay, next we have Light Crusader for the Mega Drive. Literally the only thing I know about this one is that it's on the Mega Drive Classics collection for the PS4, Xbox, Switch, blah blah blah. But I was looking at it, I'm like, do I want to get it? Because I'm always on the hunt for other Mega Drive games, you know. But then I noticed that on the cover it has Smoking Who Needs It, and it's a picture of Knuckles punching like box of fags, you know, and I just saw that and I was like, okay, I'll own this just for that sticker. So yeah, Light Crusader, will I ever play it? Who knows, but I have it now, so joy. Okay, now lastly, this was another like stupid purchase for me in terms of like, ooh, there's a rare game, I want to get that. One game that I am like really hyped for that's coming out hopefully this year, but we don't know yet, is Streets of Rage 4. I've talked about it a lot. I really like Streets of Rage, but I've only ever liked Streets of Rage 1 and 2. Okay, never played the third game. And I think it was like just a couple of weeks ago there, I wasn't doing anything and I thought to myself, right, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play Streets of Rage 3. I played it on the Mega Drive Classics collection again, and it's definitely the weakest of the three, in my opinion. It's definitely got some weird stuff, but I think it's the best playing one, if I'm honest. So I kind of appreciate a sort of like, I kind of came to appreciate Streets of Rage 3 for what it is. So I ended up, where is it? Yeah, I ended up picking up, not a cheap game to get at all, but one of the reasons I went for it is because the seller was actually selling all three of them boxed with the manual and stuff. I've only ever owned Streets of Rage 1 and 2 as loose cartridges, you know? I own quite a few games that are like loose cartridges, and I don't want to like upgrade them to like fully boxed in manuals because that's expensive. But I just saw it and I thought, okay, Streets of Rage, I love that franchise enough. then I might as well go for it. And I have, so I now own all 3 games boxed, and that's pretty cool. I dig that. My nerdism gets pleasure from owning that. So, yeah, judge away. Okay. Right, now, that's like pretty much all the games I bought, but I have something else to talk about. Confession time / story time here, guys. Last week, I made a video talking about, like, important Sega franchises that Sega needs to, like, bring back and stuff, you know? And number 1 on that list was Virtua Fighter. Now, Virtua Fighter is a series that I've, by and large, not really given much love to. I have played a few of the games, I own most of them as well. But it's just like with most fighting games, you know? It's hard to, like, justify putting a lot of time into a fighting game, you know, when you have so many other fucking games to play, you know? It's like you have to have that sort of, like, mindset to sort of, like, learn it in and out and be quite competitive with it. But Virtua Fighter was always a series that I meant to, like, do that with. Not just because it's Sega's, like, main fighting game, and that I should give it a try because of that, but it's like, it's by Yu Suzuki and AM2, and Shenmue, my favourite game of all time, did you know, was supposed to be a Virtua Fighter RPG, so it's like, it has that connection, so by all means I should play and really love Virtua Fighter. So when I made that list last week, I gave Virtua Fighter number 1 as the franchise that Sega should bring back the most, and I still hold to that very much so. But what I kinda lied about is that whole week prior to that, I was basically playing a lot of Virtua Fighter. I'm actually kind of going in and out with certain games in the series now. How it happened actually was because, do I have the game right here actually? Yes I do. What happened was, during the week, I actually didn't really have anything to play. And I just sort of thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna just, like, set up an old console and play some random stuff. So I set up my Sega Saturn, and one game that I've owned for a while but I have never popped in is this, Fighters Megamix, which is an AM2 fighting game consisting of characters from Virtua Fighter and Fightin' Vipers, which were 2 Saturn fighting games, obviously. And yeah, if you've played any AM2 fighting game, you've played them all. They all kind of have the same control scheme, 3 buttons, etc. Although technically this one has 4. Yeah, I popped this in just with the intention to, like, play it a little bit, just to say that I had. And I don't know, maybe it was because I didn't have anything else to play, but I was playing it for a good few hours one night, and I found myself trying to, like, learn the ins and outs of the 3-button layout system that Virtua Fighter uses, you know? And I don't know, something just sort of, like, clicked, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna go try some other games. So I got, like, Virtua Fighter 2, I got, like, Fightin' Vipers, Last Bronx, technically not AM2, but still. And I was just, like, mucking about on all these, like, fighting games, and all of a sudden it's like, shit, am I actually now finally getting into Virtua Fighter? And it was so, I really enjoy that I'm kind of more versed in that series now, you know? Like, even right now, I'm still learning some stuff. I actually went back to Virtua Fighter 5 for PS3, and I'm trying to learn characters, you know? I really like playing as Pi and Jeffrey. Those are kind of like my 2 go-tos at the moment. Obviously, the online for the game is dead, so I can't actually enjoy that, but I'm determined to still learn some Virtua Fighter. Yeah, for sure. And as a result, I made a few purchases around Virtua Fighter, which I'm going to show off here. I bought not 1, but 2 fight sticks. I'm quite mental. I got this, and this was really cheap. I don't know if I just got lucky, but this was super cheap. This is the Hori Arcade 7. It's a 3-button arcade stick. I think the reason why this was so cheap is because, as you can see, 3 buttons for the Sega Saturn. And because it's only 3 buttons, it was really meant for games like Virtua Fighter, and not like Street Fighter, which requires 6 buttons. So you're only really going to use it for that. Plus, they did release another version of this that had a 4th button that was specifically meant for Fighters Megamix. You know, I was saying how that had a 4th button. It was like a dodge button or something, I don't know, but yeah, I think that this version is kind of obsolete because of that other model, so I got it for a lot cheaper, because as you can see, it's fucking in the box as well, so yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, we can now play Virtua Fighter games on the Siren with a fight stick, and I couldn't stop. I was like, fuck's sake, Donald, really? And I got this as well. This is the, I believe it's a Venom PlayStation fight stick. It works on PS3, PS4, and you can also use it on PC. And I've always wanted to get like a proper fight stick, you know, for modern consoles, you know, just to have one as well. So I kind of like, I just thought, okay, I'm on this like Virtua Fighter high right now, let's just go for it. And I love this fucking thing. I love that fight stick as well, but it's just so good to use. And Virtua Fighter really does feel a lot better on a fight stick, based on like my limited knowledge. But yeah, really awesome little thing there. I dig that a lot. And to sort of top it all off, I picked up this as well, which was like, I think this was the last like AM2 fighter for the Saturn that I don't own. Virtua Fighter Kids, I hadn't bought it for a long time because a lot of people, it's basically Virtua Fighter 2 but with like chibi kid characters, and a lot of people tend to like share the opinion that really this should have been like a separate mode that was in Virtua Fighter 2 rather than its own game. But yeah, that's that there. So it's quite cool to own that now. So yeah. Right, that little story took a lot longer than I thought it would. Apologies for that. Hopefully you were all entertained. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna go play some Mac and X and then maybe some more Virtua Fighter. So yeah, it's fucking hot. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.